is actually to train people on cyber security. This is an Austin-based startup that we've been working with called Spark Cognition. And what they've done is they've created a game to train one of the areas that has the fewest skills today, which are cyber security experts. And that they found that taking classes at school is good, simulations are okay, but when the game can change on you, because it's actually playing you with smarts, with cognition, that you have better defensive and offensive strategies as you move forward. So here, Watson actually powers an avatar, and this avatar is Athena. And Athena provides both challenges, but then guidance. This is how you might have responded. This is what you might have thought through. And so it's continuously training someone, not just at one element, but continuously training as you go through the game. It's been a really, I think, popular way to provide training elements in addition to other areas, like you see, gathering marketing leads, educating on the whole, and as well growing your business as you're going forward. So if you haven't thought about gamification and the power that gamification can also bring into your business, especially with today's access to the APIs, you definitely want to check out the Watson gamification. Okay, we've got two more trends to go through, and one of them I wanted to find out, how many of you guys today are leveraging blockchain? Okay, so we got one over here, that's great. Okay, good, so this is good. So blockchain, powers Bitcoin. It's a public ledger that everyone can leverage and use, but no single user can control it. So you can see all the different components here. The ledger itself is probably the most important one. The consensus piece, the smart contract, and as well a whole set of security metrics that can help and allow and enable you to reduce the time that you're using in your transactions in any part of the supply chain, reduce cost, and in many cases reduce the risk as well. So this is becoming, I think, a great opportunity across all industries. It's one of the top hot topics that we're seeing across the world. And we believe it is going to become a huge disruptive technology, and it's on its way to do that today. You can see where we see it being used, like digital currencies, like what we see in Bitcoin, but also smart contracts, which I'll show you here in just a second, which is really becoming a new disruptive industry, but also for the way that you keep records and the way that you're conducting your business across the supply chain. Now, if you think about this, one of the interesting numbers we found in terms of the trending area is that by 2020, which is not that far away, we believe that blockchain will reduce a bank's infrastructure cost by $15 to $20 billion a year. So this will have a major disruptive impact on the way that banking is done overall. And one of the things I wanted to show you is an example of how this is being done. And I wanted to use IBM because IBM is now leveraging and using blockchain. So this is our global finance area where we do a lot of channel financing. It spans across 4,000 suppliers and partners. So we financed about $44 billion, and we did that in about 2.9 million transactions. That was about 6,300 blocks. It combined the data that was provided by the participants in that network of all those vendors. And in addition, we created this consolidated way, and detailed view of the outcomes, which resulted in a significant reduction in disputes, in the cycle time that we managed, and in the working capital, not just for us, but also for the 4,000 suppliers in the supply chain. So if you haven't looked at blockchain today is being used in retail and insurance and banking. You really need to take a look at this new disruptive technology to see how you might be able to embed it inside of your solution. Okay, let me go on to the fifth one. I think I'm starting to run out of time. Design thinking. Now you may be saying, oh my gosh, well design thinking is not a technology. It's not. But it's the way that you make your technology, your solution, your application better. It is all about creating that experience for your customer. And we found whether we're working in blockchain, we need an experience for a bank or a retailer, or that fashion dress, or whatever we're accomplishing. Design now is the level of standard that all of us have to go through. We have to have a way to create that great experience. So design thinking does a couple of different things in its approach. And you guys know here in San Francisco, IDEO is one of the very best. We at IBM actually took IDEO's methodology, we customized it for IBM, working in a distributed environment. That design methodology is available for startups who want to look at